everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. It is a situation that never seems to end, and it's getting worse, or at least it's getting even crazier with the people going against Bao. Hopefully it'll be over soon. Hopefully it's just that they're running out of steam soon, but we'll never know. We're going to take a look at what's happening now. Of course, Bao has had all these things recently that she's been putting out. I mentioned this last time. She's been posting a lot of IRL content, and she's even recently removed the VTuber side of her whole thing. It could be, like I mentioned last time, a redoing of everything, making it, maybe this is just a phase, not like a bad thing, like, oh my god, is she just going through a phase? Maybe this is a portion that she always wanted to do, and she's doing it now that she has a bit of a new thing. We're going here with Evanito. I have many reasons as to why I personally dislike Bao, and even with that, I see no issue with her swapping to IRL. She can do whatever she wants. Why are we making a big deal out of this? Creators swapping and expanding upon the content isn't a bad thing. What did Bao even do? When people say, I hate X-Tuber, it's always a dumb reason. You didn't even need to say you dislike Bao. Makes any defense. You giving her seem backhanded, even if it isn't the intention. Come on, man. For me, the issue is that VTubing made her popular. She does both VTubing and IRL. She could easily gain more followers, but if she only does IRL, she will lose followers. She could gain new followers, but she became more popular due to VTubing. I guess for some people, it would be seeming that she is abandoning what made her popular, abandoning the community that made her popular. That is, of course, the way that can be seen. I'm not really seeing it as that myself, but I can see how people can take that out of everything that she's doing right now, because she's pretty much removed all the stuff. In this case, it's very much unlike you see Keisan, or like you see Phoebe, or anyone else, or maybe even like you see Onigiri, or other people who do occasional like IRL things, like Onigiri does IRL cooking, things like that. And when she does things like that, it's only a addition to her VTubing stuff. It's like becoming like a 2.5D VTuber, as I called them before. But what people are having an issue, it seems like, with Bao, is that she's not even doing that. She's just going straight and just moving everything to the IRL space. And here, someone says with something recently that she did here, another face post that she did, says, to be honest, I'm not sure if I get the context, but are people mad because Bao makes IRL content and less VTuber content? Aren't you watching a streamer because of their personality, skills? Which shows, if people are this angry, that they didn't really watch her for her personality as much. They watched her maybe for personality, but as a VTuber, they didn't want that fourth wall broken. They didn't want the kayfabe broken. Once the kayfabe is broken, kayfabe is very strong and very respected in the VTuber community. Once the kayfabe is broken, a lot of times that becomes an issue. I think it's less of an issue with Keisan, because it's been like that since pretty much the beginning with Keisan, where she will switch over between, VTuber and IRL stuff. It's been like that for a while now. So the kayfabe isn't necessarily broken per se. It's just basically another mask that she wears, allegedly. And in this case, it is a big break in kayfabe for people. In the VTuber community, it's one of those things that's almost sacred. You don't break kayfabe. It says she is a streamer, she can decide what she does, which is very true. People making a big deal out of nothing. From what I can see, people are mad she created a lot of VTuber drama, then became face content creator, as if putting a house on fire, and then dipping. At least that's the most common statement I've seen. Yeah, wait until they can see Keisan, the godmother of EA VTubing, but we all know they'll never go after JP VTubing sphere. Keisan, like I said, is a bit different. Hers, it's been for years. Hers, she was already kind of in that since the very beginning, or near the beginning. She pivoted over to that very quickly, and she's always had her VTuber stuff still around. The difference here, I think that a lot of people see, is that Bao went straight for just IRL. Find it very funny that they'll say it's dumb S about Bao, but not Keisan. Hate for Bao in general is beyond force, and anyone who has any kind of grudge against her is basement dwelling. 2 reasons. 1, because she realized she's pretty outgoing, has IRL friends, males included. Has a healthy body because she works out. She's basically people saying that they're angry that she is, pretty and can go and put out there. So that's what some people are saying. It goes on over here. She came in, ruined the VTuber space, and leaves. These are the kind of criticisms that people are having here. Being wrong is one thing. Being too narcissistic and egotistical to admit it. Then doubling and tripling down until you look dumb is another. Cinder was right about you. So you have other people doing this. We continue here with another post from Bao that is getting some reactions down here. She's still making wide facial expressions like she's a VTuber studio. How the F do you F a piece of that badly? You know, people are just reacting like the regular way that people would react to this. You have Emerald Apple, who did put out recently, you know, the whole thing but after being at the Cinedrama. Not going to redo this because I did it in the last one, but you can kind of read here. The fact that she's pivoting to this, it is feels like a rebrand. Because, you know, they're saying the simp audience has completely fallen for her IRL appearance. And she's always involved with kind of drama and controversy one way or another. When her mouth opens, usually it gets her in trouble. She can rebrand herself as much as she wants. People don't really forget. And the people are saying that, you know, since she already has the tendency to be that way, she's going to continue to be this way as well. Now, people are mentioning the simps are the ones that are keeping her going. Other people are mentioning, let's be honest, she has a pretty negative reputation, always seems to be involved in some kind of drama. Also don't think she's really grown that much over the past year. Feel that VTuber was more of a grift for her, and now it isn't working out well. She's pivoting toward IRL content. Also, can we address her positive, posting her own fan-made thirst traps edits? Same thing I put last time. It is her choice if she wants to do all those things, but I can see why some people would have an issue with this. I'm not sorry. The more I heard Bao and Iron Mouse open their mouths, less I can tolerate them. Iron Mouse is getting like catching strays right now. I don't know why. Personal preference. So if you like them, go for it. It's your choice. I have a thing for Asian girls, and I gotta say Bao's not that attractive. Again, attacking her attractiveness about this thing here. The Bao Empire is falling. Cinder 1. Again, putting Cinder into something that she doesn't even want to be in a part of. I'm pretty sure at this point she wants to just move on. It has a Banana Juju called her out, and a little simp army came out of the woodworks and came at her. So yeah, just mentioning that kind of stuff. It's let me know what you guys think. People are just taking it out of basically being too out of pocket with this, taking it out of control with this whole situation. You guys let me know. Ooh, subliminal messaging. Follow the squirrel. Subscribe to the squirrel. This is not a psyop. This is just me being a dumbass. Ooh, subscribe. Nijisanji Project is a VTuber organization. Whether for good or for bad, they have been doing a lot of wonderful things lately. I mean, you may know them for good or for bad reasons, because EN has had its fair share of things, but we're talking about the JP side here, and something involving Yuzuki Roa. Yuzuki Roa is a VTuber, Japanese VTuber affiliated with Nijisanji. They have not been active as a Nijisanji member, as in like actively doing anything there, for years now. And the reason why they've been gone for years now is this that I'm going to show you. And what is it? It is a court case that they have been fighting for 6 years at this point, I believe, in order to clear their name in regards to alleged bullying and things like that in regards to another VTuber inside of Nijisanji. They here report on a resolution settlement reached regarding the handling of infringement rights and other actions against our affiliate library Yuzuki Roa. Sincerely, thank you for your continued support of virtual library groups in Nijisanji EN. Any color reports that a court settlement here and after the settlement has been reached with the external streamer active on the internet here and after the subject in connection with the lawsuit and damages claim here in the lawsuit filed by our affiliated library Yuzuki Roa regarding the series of events leading to the termination of the contract with a former company affiliated library, which was publicly announced in October 2020. That was another specific one. This was here. It was Mado. Mado was the one that allegedly Roa had done things against, and the Mado went and tried to get damages from them, I believe, and now everything has been cleared. And it says regarding in this here, it was announced in October 2020. Since October 2020, the subject has conducted multiple streams on their YouTube channel and other platforms containing claims that Yuzuki Roa engaged in bullying and harassment against a former company affiliated library, driving them to retirement. In order to recover from the resulting damages such as defamation, Yuzuki Roa identified the subject's identity and filed a lawsuit. And in the lawsuit, it has been confirmed that Yuzuki Roa and the subject is therefore no fact that Yuzuki Roa engaged in bullying or unjust harassment against specific libraries pointed out in the subject streams, nor such actions were carried out in collaboration with other libraries in the company. Furthermore, the subject acknowledges that the images and information disseminated by the subject on the internet on other SNS and evidence of bullying were based on false information provided by a third party. So they themselves have said, whoops, we messed up. This was false information. We're sorry. And the content of the video streamed by the subject was contrary to the facts, basically. Based on the above, the settlement has been reached with the content that the subject apologizes to Yuzuki Roa, and many fans have supported Yuzuki Roa and who have been worried for so long. We once again express our heartfelt gratitude through this opportunity. Currently, the company is strengthening its system to take uncompromising and strict legal measures, both civil and criminal, when it comes to any trolling, malicious behavior, bullying, any of that type of stuff. Deeply apologize for the great concern and inconveniences it all caused. Of course, if you have to report anything, you can use our contact form there. Over here, it's made to be the beginning of the matter to this conclusion. And it says, Yuzuki Roa requested management that a newcomer, Meido's speech pattern resembled her own Demon Realm accent. Meido asserted that it was innate and not imitation, leading to a conflict after prolonged adjustment difficulties. Meido's contract was terminated in October due to leak of confidential information. So Meido allegedly leaked information. That's really what happened. But people thought that it was because Roa was bullying her behind the scenes. And I'm really glad. No matter what you think about Nijisanji, no matter what you think about the management of the organization, the fact is they were, supporting Roa in this whole big fight, and they helped her in any way that they could, getting her the resolution that everyone wants, which is that she is cleared of any wrongdoing, she is cleared of allegedly bullying, and she can return whenever she wants. And as I had shown you before, Chris the Hollow Pro Simp says here, 6 years after Yuzuki Roa incident, the case finally came into close, and the guy who started acknowledged that the evidence of Roa bullying Meido is false. Apologized to Roa and reached a settlement. Roa can finally legally clear her name after 6 whole years. Accusation was that because of the similar voice, and they sent ammo to Narukami, which is a JP VTuber Keemstar, to flame Roa, claiming that Roa bullied Meido. Meido got terminated immediately, but JP community already treated Roa as a bad girl and harassed nonstop. And yeah, there's no monetary settlement involved. It does suck that there is no monetary settlement because she lost out in a lot of income, a lot of lost opportunities, a lot of damage was done to her for not allowing her to be there for those 6 years. There should have been monetary compensation for this because this is defamation. There should have been monetary compensation, but maybe she just wanted to be able to clear her name and get past all this. It's been 6 long years. It's not a full, complete win. It is kind of like what's called a Pyrrhic victory, where you have a victory, you do damages to yourself, but there's victory as well. And the damage to herself was the fact that she wasn't able to stream for as long as she was. And it's been embroiled in this case longer than Ian Branch has been around. So will she come back? We don't know if she's going to come back. She never did leave Nijisanji, so she could decide to come back at any point in time. But then again, she could decide, you know what, I'm done with that, and I'm just going to stay the way I am, because I'm fine where I'm at right now. Either way, I'm glad that Roa was able to clear her name. No matter what, this is a harsh thing for any VTuber, and I'm really glad she was able to clear her name. And editor Salvi here, adding a little bit of information here with Narukami Sabaki, the actual person involved in this whole thing, the one who said all those things about Roa. It says the lawsuit has been concluded. I cannot provide detailed explanation right now because it was in May of this year that it was done. The statement was being done. Basically, it was already, the settlement was reached in May. The statement was being put out. It's been put out recently. The information was primarily obtained from the person themselves, if it is a streamer, and the individual who brought the information that only insiders know. However, some of the obtained information contained inaccuracies, and the outcome is that they do have to put out an apology. And time a statement to other party, I have not been informed, so I cannot provide any further information or explanations, but they do apologize for unconveyed false information to everyone. But again, this is like a half apology. It's like a half-assed apology. It seems like a lot of people have taken it that way. Around February 2023, November 2023, I was investigated as a criminal case, and the result was a decision not to indict. Around December 24 to May 2026, it was a civil trial, and they did closure there. It took 5.5 years to say sorry for lying, shared it without verifying, that's on me. You knew the court ruling, didn't even think up an explanation. This isn't acting about thinking ahead, it's beyond that. So he's getting really railed, as he should be, in the comment section, in the comments of his own tweet, because it spent that long after finding out that it was bad. It just looks very bad for him. His reputation is ruined at this point. I don't know if he's going to be able to come back. But either way, like I said before, I'm glad that Roa got her resolution. As a bit of an addition to everything I had talked about when it came to the Nijisanji thing, we have Yuzuki Roa, who is the female VTuber who's still affiliated with Nijisanji but hasn't been streaming for about 4 to 6 years from the whole thing. She has responded to the whole settlement that has popped up with Nijisanji, as I had in the previous section. We have here, since I can't provide proof that I didn't do something that I didn't do, I've ended up wasting so much time on this alone. Now I've come to fully understand and be able to explain why I ended up in such a situation and what's happening behind the scenes. To even let a little bit of what happened about me be known, I chose reconciliation. So in order to be able to say what you needed to say, she did the settlement, because if not, then maybe she would still be by an NDA or whatever way it worked. She made it so that she could actually speak out. We have people here. This is her full thing here. This is the most recent stuff that she's put. She was like December 2021. She was on a break, February 2025. She said stuff about there. So it's been about 5 years, just about, almost. In December of this year, it would have been 5 years that she hadn't done anything at all with her content. And the most recent one, of course, is what she put out here. Let's take a look at this part here real quick. It's regarding 2020 defamation case on behalf of Roa. Matter was involved prolonged litigation proceedings resolved through settlement on May 18th. Regarding 2-3 attached settlement terms, the phrase was not affiliated with any color at the time. Pointed out that the defendant's side that the settlement was reached, and we confirmed that a clerical error was affiliated with any color at the time. Originally, the lawsuit was filed in aim of holding accountable the VTuber streamed the video that triggered defamation, the person that I mentioned before. And ultimately, rather than simply obtaining court judgment on the monetary claim, determined together that Roa, that it would be more appropriate from the perspective of the restoring her honor to confirm through settlement process the circumstances under which the party's VTuber stream came to occur. So instead of, going through all this stuff and going through all the just getting the settlement, getting the money, or anything like that, any kind of compensation, she was like, you know what? I'd rather it have everything out in the open and put out that way. In a judgment, only determinations made by regarding the requirements for recognizing liability for damages, infringement of rights, intent of negligence, presence of damage, and background circumstances are not necessarily clarified, whereas in settlement proceedings, the agreed matters upon which the party can include a variety of content, so he chose settlement through the resolution through settlement. Matters not resolved, as Yuzuki Roa's, Yuzuki Roa's future activities. Even in my position as a representative, it's not for me to comment, so I'll refrain from mentioning them. Approximately 5.5 years have passed since the issue arose. Even now, likes and reposts continue to come on the post that Yuzuki Roa, that Roa or I made about the matter at the time. Believe it has been a great encouragement to Roa. Thank you so much for your continued support. People here, it might be precedent that will become necessary from now on. Thank you so much for fighting alongside Roa-chan. So basically, people are very happy. I'm very happy that she finally got her she was finally able to do this, say these things. She finally got her justice. That's what I want to say, Richie, that she finally got her justice and is finally seeing her justice. And I'm very happy for that. And these are some of the things I put out there. They're all in Japanese, so of course I'm not going to put everything through there. People are just very happy that she is having this for herself, as am I, as I mentioned before. As many of you know by now, Banyana has returned. She is going to be back fully on the 14th, whenever that is. By the time you guys see this, it might already be the 14th. It depends, but she is going to be back on the 14th, and she has decided to do something interesting, which is create a new VTuber group. Through her Twitter, she has something down here, which is, I'm a part of a VTuber group now. This one here, let me show it to you in a much larger image here. It is Wings of Grace, the Miki Komori, Jelly Stara, and Banyana VT. Group of girls united by, it's a Christian group basically, and desire to honor them in everything that they do, which is fine. It's good. I mean, for me, it's always good and okay as long as you don't try to push it on other people. It's all, you do your own thing, you enjoy yourself however you want, but it's proselytizing that I have an issue with usually, because it can get very annoying for people. So the proselytizing thing can be very annoying, but I do hope that they just have fun. Whichever way it is, they have fun. The thing is, they could push people away. In my opinion, they could push people away if they start proselytizing and doing that kind of stuff. If they just have fun, if they just make it a group where they're just having fun and just doing that, then that's perfectly fine. You have Jelly Star saying, I'm super excited to see where the God takes us. I'm delighted to be a part of such a lovely group. Sin a Sloth, Nyana, now part of Christian VTuber group. Very interesting development. It makes me happy to see such a big face in the scene. Unashamedly spreading the word of God. Then he said, oh my God, it looks, look, it's me, guys. I can't wait to do stuff with these lovely girls. You have here, real, it's not a bit. My mind is blown. Let's go. Interesting. We got another Christian VTuber group. So people are very excited about this. Gonna go to the actual announcement here, where they are saying she's back in blue. With Miki and Jelly. Sweet. Yay, I've seen Jelly before. She's awesome. Have to check out Miki. May God protect you and keep you in spite of his glory. Amen, sister. Then you have, I'm happy you found a place you can be you. Hooray. Congrats, my Kamiyoshi is part of VTuber group. Again, you're going to start holding mass on stream. Good luck with everything you have going on, Nyana. Congrats, and that type of stuff there. It can go either way. It can actually bring a large community to her, or it can push people away. The issue is, If they start proselytizing, a lot of people won't like that. If they're just, you know, it's just what they are, and they try to be more safe for work and that kind of stuff, and if they're asked, they mention it, but not try to push it onto too many people, then you're going to be fine. No one's going to have an issue. It's when you start becoming judgmental and when you start, you know, proselytizing and trying to push people into being that I start having an issue, because that's not what, I mean, some people think that's what content is for. I don't believe that's what content is for. Leave that in the specific houses of worship. That's my opinion. You can differ on that, and you can let me know you differ on that. But that is my opinion on that. But either way, I'm just glad she's back and she has a group of friends she can hang out with. Banzoin Hakka is a male VTuber inside of Holostar's English Tempest, and they have a collab with IRONMOUSE, which is awesome. They have collabed with IRONMOUSE before, I believe, even in streams and things like that. And today, recently, I can't say today, because usually I'm a little bit behind on these things. So recently, they had mentioned that Anime NYC is going on. That's one thing that's going to be happening in August 20th and 23rd, so it's going to be happening very soon. And we have this popping up from IRONMOUSE herself. Says, I wonder which aisle will see Banzoin Hakka of Holostar's English Tempest in for Iron Mart. Excited to announce him as the main guest of our Anime NYC Club IRONMOUSE show. So this is Club IRONMOUSE, for those people who don't know, is a concert. It's pretty much a concert that they do, where it is around a show of, you know, around the show, the main convention that's happening at Anime NYC. In this case, Club IRONMOUSE is their show there, and Iron Mart is a little side thing that they do. August 20th, 2026, Jacob K. Javits Convention Center, main stage. Pre-show starts at 8:30 p.m. ET. And a guest performer is going to be Banzoin Hakka. It's great to see that IRONMOUSE is inviting the boys out, and she's trying to get, as well as the boys are trying to get, you know, knowing more people, getting to know more people, and getting these wonderful opportunities out there. Big congratulations to Banzoin Hakka. Lots of people like Usan Unnamed. I'm happy you're having Hakka there. Holds so much meaning to itself. Big effing love, Banzoin Hakka. Ariel, let's go. Lebby, the cutest exorcist. Lots of people, Virtual Brain Rot. Everyone seems to be very happy, and I'm very happy because the boys, well, they need wins like this. So I do appreciate that, and I know it's gonna be an amazing show.
Oh, don't you fucking hit me with sleep powder. I swear to God, if you hit me with sleep powder and you suck me off for 5 minutes, I'm gonna lose it.
Help.
I am so... Okay, oh, that thing made me nervous. You useless learned bubble!
Nervous? Why? It's not like you've killed Blastoise forever.
That's awesome for useless.
That's so good.
Here's a Tangrowth and Dust. Oh, it's Tangrowth and Dust Noir. Okay. Grass and Ghost.
Useless,
Holy hell.
That's
difficult.
Bitch.
Oh, you could have had the coolest dinosaur I've ever seen in my whole life.
I know I could have. And I wouldn't be that upset about it if I still had a gun. But the Canadian took away my gun.
I'm so typical.
My God-given American right to a gun, and the Canadian fucking took it.
So fucking typical and so fucked up.
Are you guys winning?
Typical Canadian. Typical Canadian taking the gun away from the American. God. Typical Canadian VTuber taking away the gun from the American VTuber. Never giving her a chance to even hold it once. Just like, no gun for you. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.